Hello my fellow Mad Hotties, welcome back to another styling video. For today's video, I'll be showing you guys how I created my top 3 fave looks. So let's get into it. What's crazy about these looks is that not only are these my top fave looks, but it's many of yours too. Like, what do you mean many of you guys got this look here to 37K on TikTok? It's not many on YouTube, but 37K is crazy. And in the comments, I see people taking pictures of them using it, and someone won first place with this fit. I'm like, I was not expecting this dress to blow up so much, because I literally only put 2 things together. But if anything, it's not just my styling. The dress already was beautiful itself. Pixie Uwu killed it with this look. Like, they knew what we needed. I was always dreaming about a dress like this for Dress to Impress, and we got it. And I use this for pretty much everything. I use it all the time. I use it for sheer skirts. I use it for the enchanted themes. I use it for goddess, like everything. The amount of times I use this is crazy, and you'll see that with my other fits as well. And before I continue to blabber on about how beautiful this dress is, we so far have 2 things. What I used for the top part was the Valentine's Day set top from the floral set, but what many of you guys can do if you don't have VIP, I was thinking you could actually layer the flowers from the spring set on top of it, because it has flowers on it, and maybe use like like a corset underneath as well to give it that vibe, the same vibe if you wanted to. But like I said, it literally was only 2 pieces, and of course I layered like jewelry, and I actually was inspired by this fit here from Pinterest, and that is how I got this look together, because I wanted to be different from many other DTI creators. I am obsessed with everything like looking realistic, and I do love some messy layering. It just depends on how they do the messy layering. You know what I'm saying? I don't like messy layering where like the layering is just too far. Like, I love Van Traxia's. Like, he does it so beautifully. Like, I can't even explain it. If I did messy layering, it would look a hot mess. So shout out to him for doing that and making it look ethereal, looking amazing. But anywho, we're on to the hair here. So what I was trying to do is I wanted to update the mullet that I did for the runaway look, and because I didn't have time, mind you, so this time I'm able to layer more hairs with it. And yes, with this look I am gonna do blonde, and just you wait and see, it's gonna look good. I've layered many of the masculine hairstyles together, and then used the straight swoop for the bottom part. And I am just so obsessed with mullets now. Like, it's I don't like 80s mullets, like, you know, the weird ones, like the 90s mullets, if you know what I mean. I think I did one for one of my styling videos with the racer jacket one. As you can see here, like this picture, that's the type of mullet I like. But as you can see, like, the makeup and the hair is looking good. I think I probably would have gone back in, should have gone back in and like maybe shortened or scaled down the straight swoop hair a little bit, but I don't think it looks too bad. I mean, it looks pretty good to me, I guess. And as you can see here, I'm just going back in to see if there's anything else I needed. And as you can also see, I don't have many items on, actually. I did just add some lashes, but I put the pearl necklace on. And I kept it at its original toggle, and then just put small earrings in because I wanted to match the set. But that was pretty much it with that. But I did forget the gloves. The gloves are the last thing I needed. And I just made it look lacy because the vibe of the dress kind of gave me like a edgy lace type of look. And I really, really love this together. And if there's another thing you guys should try out, is just do the patterns with lace on the dress while it's sheer because it eats. And that was pretty much the finishing look. This fit here, I actually copied this dress from Pinterest, and the theme was elegant. So I was like, it popped as soon as I typed in elegant, that's what popped up, and I was like, I can eat this. Like, I know exactly what I'm gonna do with this, because as you can see, the shape of the dress gives the Ariana Grande vibe, and it does have the little wrap up the side, which I would think would be so cool if they had a toggle for that for the Ariana Grande dress, where you have like, oh yes, of course we have the sash, but like make the sash look look like a wrap. You know what I mean? Like how it looks in this dress, because the layering, I did nicely with the layering, but that would just be a cool addition to the dress. But now, as you see, everything is coming together, and as I was saying before, with, as you can see, the spring top with the flowers, I think that would be a nice addition to the look I did before. If you're non-VIP, you can add that on top of the black and toggle the dress to sheer, and you could get the same vibe as the VIP Valentine's Day set. And now, as you can see here, I'm going in with the accessories. I was going back and forth with the accessories here because with the original recreation, I didn't have time really to color in accessories. And if anything, I'm thinking that it didn't need much of accessories anyways, because the flowers I want it to stand out most, and I feel like having any more accessories than that was just like a little bit too much. So as I said before, we're going back and forth with the accessories. I did want to have some sort of accessories. I definitely needed earrings, but I went in with the earrings that were part of like the pearl set, so I just used those. And I think later I went back in with the Valentine's Day set floral choker because it basically fit the vibe of the flowers. But anywho, now we're on to the makeup. And now like I said before, I am obsessed with these new faces, and I constantly use these eyes now. Like, they're just perfect for every look that I do now. And as you can see, I actually was like, okay, what if we went in with a poison ivy vibe? Because the color of the dress is giving poison ivy, and I was like, we're gonna make the hair dark red and then add flowers to it, which you'll see later. But like with the face, I didn't want to do too much. I did want to, match the vibe of the eyes to the dress. So you'll see in a minute, I did wanted to make it like warm. And the pearls were like a nice touch. I did color it in gold to match the feeling of the flowers, because it just gives that same vibe. So that was honestly perfect. And then around the eyes, I just used like a dark brown to make it like more natural, because I wanted to focus more on the dress itself instead of like everything else. The dress and the hair, which you'll see in a moment, and which, if you haven't already, like from what you saw in the pictures, that was the whole premise of why I didn't do too much with the makeup. So now on to the hair. I was like, the hair needs flowers because we're not doing too much with the accessories, so the accessory itself has to be the hair. So I was like, we're gonna keep the flowers there, and then in a moment you're gonna see I'm gonna do the same vibe of the flowers I did with the flowers, the gold flowers there. And I'm adding all the wavy and curly patterns with the hair because, like I said, I want to give that poison ivy nature vibe. And I loved how this turned out, and I think this actually might be my top fave out of the fits that we have here, because I actually surprised myself with this. It just came together beautifully, and I love it. And as you can see here, I'm matching the texture of the flowers of the hair to the flowers on the dress, and it was just coming together so beautifully. It actually reminded me of the Scaparelli dress recreation I tried to do with my DTI bud Miss Green, and it just, oh my god, I've been obsessed with like coloring in the flower set with foil all the time now. Like, it just and now we're gonna do the same vibe with the choker with the rest of the flowers. It just made sense, and it just ate so hard. Oh, I was actually surprised with how many views this got. It's actually almost at 6,000 views on TikTok. And I literally, same gist with the first. I literally added only 2 things because this is the look I was copying. Just realized the look I was copying was from a creator's look from this platform called Everskies, and my DTI bud Miss Green actually mentioned that to me, and I was like, oh my god, that's so cool. And there's just so many amazing creatives on there. Like, you should definitely check out Everskies. It's so perfect. Like, there's so many talented people that put together looks, and it just, now I use it pretty much all the time for any inspos that I want to do or go for the challenges, and it eats every time. And I literally at least place on the platform like a lot of times now that I do that. But as you can see so far, I do have like the top part. It is from VIP. It's from the Valentine's Day set. I did make the dress sheer like the first one. I went in with the gloves from non-VIP and then went back to VIP to get the earrings. And because this was like honestly perfect, the way that this creator styled together the look. And that's what I was wanting to copy, because I would have done the same thing, honestly. And they added like a cute little belt, and I'm like, okay, this ate. And the reason why this ate is because this person styled it beautifully. So for the hair, I basically copied this look here, and I honestly think it was so smart to do an updo for this look, because then it just shows off the rest of the dress. And to just add something there, I just kept those bangs on, and honestly, I am so obsessed with this updo. It reminds me of like the old 90s updo, and in a moment you'll see I just can't seem to want to keep my natural black hair. And at first I was going to go with platinum blonde, and then I was like, no, I think it's kind of like washing out the burgundy color. And I was like, I need to go for like a more warm color. And then you'll see later I go for like a warm brown type of color. Now on to my favorite part, which is the makeup. You guys are honestly going to be sick of me using these eyes. I'm sorry, but they just work perfectly with every fit and look. I just love the siren eyes, you know? And with this look, I was like, okay, it's the updo's given 90s. Let's do the makeup 90s, like a natural color, with adding a little bit of the warm colors of the outfit to the eyes. And as you can see, I did add the cute little beauty mark on the cheek, because, you know, I'm obsessed with beauty marks and I have a beauty mark myself. But here you can see I am doing the warm colors like I said I would, and I didn't want to use like burgundy, match the burgundy. I wanted to use like a darker brown color, like how I would do my makeup IRL. So that is how I do my makeup looks, is exactly how I would do my makeup. And going back in and speeding up the process a little bit, I did add some eyeliner to it. And like I said, they should have not a toggle, but should automatically be able to have like all of the makeup work for each of the eye shapes. Because what I realized is that when you put on these specific eye shape, the eyeliner that's for the waterline goes underneath the eye, and that's why I don't usually use it for this look. But this was the finishing look. I loved how all of these looks turned out, and I just want to say thank you to you guys for showing my page so much love. I was not expecting you guys to go crazy for some of these fits, or like just not expecting that at all. So I appreciate you guys for all the love again, and I love making content for you guys. Like I said, I love DTI so much. It literally helps me be creative in my downtime, and it just brings me so much joy, and I will see you guys in the next video.